Battle for Kano throne between Sanusi's defense of Tinubu's economic policies and Bayero's outcry. We know that Sanusi is the, will I put it, the dethroned emir, and why Bayero was installed. And we know all the shenanigans that happened. And now that this man is aligning with APC, sort of, and aligning also with the NMPP, and there have been series of information here and there that they are trying to install this man back. And I was asking myself, if they install, because they replace Sanusi with this Bayero, so what will not happen just like that? Well, that is not even the issue. The issue now is that we know that the Bayero was the one who told Tinubu's wife that tell your husband, when Tinubu's wife went to visit them, say tell your husband that Nigerians are hungry. Pass the message to them, to him. But some people feel that the manner saying your husband maybe is an insult, or saying that oh, Nigerians are hungry, that the husband should be able to do the needful. And also Sanusi, who has been on the defense or defending Tinubu, that oh, it is not Tinubu's fault, it is not Tinubu this, it is not Tinubu that caused the problem in Nigeria. They'll go and hold the past administration, hold them accountable, hold them responsible. So who is going to be there and who is not going to be there? Who will it favor? Are they going to remove Bayero and put this man back? Because we know see all this on a paddy. We have seen in the past, and we are still saying is that those who are supporting the government of the day, before you could say Jack Robinson, they will give them one appointment or contract, whichever one that that is easiest. The recent comments by the reigning Emir of Kano, Alhaji Aminu Ado Bayero, and the post 14th Emir Sanusi, Mohammed Sanusi, on the reality of the nation's economy has introduced another paradigm to the battle for the Kano royal stool. A few weeks ago, Sanusi, a former governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, openly declared that it would be unfair to blame President Tinubu for the current bad shape of the economy, citing reasons that exonerated Tinubu's administration. Sanusi and economists did not hesitate to put the blame on the immediate past administration of President Muhammadu Buhari for the woes, claiming that the Buhari administration left the country's economy in a deplorable condition. Sanusi, who spoke during a religious event last Sunday, said Nigerians who expected him to speak about the economic hardship deliberately wanted him to oppose President Tinubu. In his words, I have been over the years talking about the pending crisis ahead of the country or the current economic hardship. Any economist who has studied monetary policy in the last 80 years knows that Nigerians will fall into this difficult situation. The previous administration turned adamant about our appeal for corrective measures on the economy. I have said in the presence of the now sitting president in Kaduna State, any politician who tells you that things will be easy, don't vote for him because he is lying. People merely dismiss my advisory as a political statement. Okay, and I think Tinubu also falls into that category because he said, I will do it. I know what it takes. They will tell you that Tinubu has the miracle, is a strategist, he built Lagos and all of that. Well, if I'm to be fair and just to President Bola Tinubu, he is not to blame for the current hardship. For 8 years, we were living a fake lifestyle. The same fake lifestyle they talked about Goodluck Jonathan, about PDP, that we were just we were living on this seat. The same thing now. Another 8 years, wasted 8 years. We were living a fake lifestyle with huge debts from foreign and domestic debt. The Central Bank of Nigeria owes over 30 trillion naira, which resulted in debt servicing surpassing 100%. I can't even join other Nigerians criticizing Tinubu on the current economic hardship, and I am not saying he is a saint free from wrongdoing. But in this current economic situation, President Tinubu is not to be blamed. I will also speak if I see any wrong economic policy of the Tinubu administration in the future. Oh, so all these ones for the past 9 months or 8 months, you have not seen any wrong policy that he has rolled out. It is injustice for anyone to blame the Tinubu administration for the current economic hardship because there is no other alternative than the removal of fuel subsidy. After all, Nigeria cannot even afford to pay the subsidy, which they have started paying. Mm. On the contrary, Emir Bayero tilted more to the popular view among Nigerians battling for survival amid the high cost of food and fast diminishing standard of living that policies of the Tinubu administration are the cause of the current economic pains. Bayero, who seized the opportunity of the visit of the First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, to the palace a few days ago to bear his mind on the state of the economy, passed a strong message on the pervasive hunger in the land to the presidency. Although he admitted that the current economic hardship did not just emanate, the monarch insisted that the situation is getting worse under Tinubu, who many thought could have properly managed the situation considering his antecedents as former governor of Lagos State. Bayero pointedly asked the First Lady to deliver the palace message to the president. He said, although we have several means of communicating to the governments on our needs and requests, your ways and means are the surest our message would reach the president. There is hunger and starvation in the land. Though the current situation did not start with this government, the situation has become more alarming and needs urgent attention. The issue of insecurity is another serious problem we are facing. I know your government inherited it, but something more seriously should be done to take care of the threats. The sensitivity of this comment has attracted multiple interpretations in the public domain, considering the personalities behind them and the delicate situation around the emirship throne in Kano. Nevertheless, what appears to be a defense of the Tinubu government in Sanusis utterances has brought to memory what the former CBN governor personifies. Beyond his intellectual prowess, Sanusi is repeated for his penchant to speak truth to power, no matter whose source is God. He would criticize any public office policy he perceived as wrong, conceived, and rightly suggest solutions as required. Though such a candid lifestyle had cost him dearly before, he may not change anytime soon. In February 2014, Sanusi lost his plum seat as governor of CBN under the administration of President Goodluck Jonathan after he raised concerns over the failure of the then Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) to remit $20 billion in oil proceeds to the federal government accounts. He not only resisted all attempts by the federal government to cover up the controversial missing funds, but also wrote an open letter to President Jonathan in December 2013, questioning his negligence in probing those he Sanusi accused of looting the Commonwealth in his cabinet. That affront on the president ultimately cost him his job. Then, in March 2020, he was deposed from his ancestral throne as the 14th Emir of Kano, having been accused of insubordination by the then governor of Kano State, Abdullahi Umar Ganduje. But it was not difficult for keen observers to figure out the real reason Ganduje dethroned Sanusi. In May 29, Sanusi, in his usual audacity, criticized Ganduje's attempt to borrow $1.58 billion from Chinese Exim Bank for finance a light rail. Yes, so Sanusi alleged that the project would only plunge innocent generations yet unborn into endemic debt. Although the state government jettisoned the project, Ganduje took his pound of flesh on Sanusi with the balkanization of the Kano Emirates, which was apparently ended to weaken the overwhelming influence of the throne Sanusi occupied. Not done, Ganduje went the extra mile by dethroning the big elephant in the room. Sanusi, after his removal, Sanusi was banished to Loko, a remote village in Nasarawa state. He was later relocated to Lagos but has since regained full freedom after a federal high court FCT division declared his banishment as illegal and prohibitive. Hmm. Can you imagine? A lot of things had gone wrong. Hmm. A lot of things have gone wrong. So, who is now going to get the favor since the other one is speaking against the government of the day? Well, all these people deriding SLS are doing so because it did not support and campaign for their preferred candidate for 2023 election. We cannot all be obedient for democracy's sake. Who is saying anybody should vote for anybody? Did they hold your hand? As you are campaigning for your own candidate, they themselves were campaigning for their own candidate. So I don't know when it has become offense. You are the people, APC, carrying weapons and all of that to do what? To chase people away from voting, and you are coming here to tell us Seko Kambu stories. Sanusi is historical, while Aldo Bayero is factual. Sanusi was part of the evil 2023 presidential election. Since he didn't support to be, yeah, you are economical with the facts. In as much as Buhari plus Tinubu is to be blamed for worsening the situation economically speaking. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.